Hi, I'm Jennifer Anderson, Superstar Director of Radiant Rockstars. It's Tuesday night, Rockstar Rally night, my favorite night of the week. Tonight we're talking all about follow-up because follow-up is absolutely crucial in the long-term success of your Scentsy business. And if you've ever heard me talk before about starting a direct sales business or why I think Scentsy is the best or the most awesome, I don't think that it's a great idea to start a direct sales business where you sell something that isn't consumable, right? Because then you just have to be like continually selling new things or multiple things to the same people or finding new people to sell your original things to. It's just like crazy. Like clothing or accessories or things that aren't consumable. It doesn't make sense to me to sell that in a direct sales model. Scentsy, we are full of consumable products, which means people use our products and they're always going to need more. Okay. We have a few non-consumables. That would be a warmer, a diffuser, a Scentsy Go, a wall fan, but all of these products basically eat consumable products, right? So warmer is a wax eating machine, diffusers are oil eating machines, fans, pods, they're, wall fans, Scentsy Go, pod eating machines. Laundry is consumable, cleaning products consumable, oils are consumable, body care is consumable, all of it, it's all consumable. And even buddies are consumable because they need scent packs or your kid destroys them and they get gross, okay? Let's be serious. It's time to upgrade. That happens too. So we sell a ton of consumable products. The reality is that a lot of our products have knockoffs, right? There's knockoff wax at Walmart. You can get essential oils now on the end cap at Target, right? There are sachets, so it's not like a scent pack, but there are sachets that exist. There are car fresheners from other companies, all these kinds of things, and you can get them at major retailers. I'm going to plug pods here for a second because no one else in the world makes pods. And so if you as a Scentsy consultant are not selling pod eating machines and pods, you're doing yourself a major disservice. Wall fans, mini fans, Scentsy Go, they all use pods and no one else makes pods but us, okay? No one else makes pods. So besides the fact that we know that Scentsy wax is the best in the world, like Walmart wax doesn't compare, Yankee wax doesn't compare, Target, none of these waxes come anywhere close to the quality of Scentsy, how long our fragrances last, how safe they are, how low the melting point is for the temperature, right? All these things, nothing compares. It is the best bang for your buck. People still, if we don't do our job as a consultant of doing good follow-up, people will still take the easiest route, which is very often throwing it in their cart while they're at the store. Okay. Even though they know our products are better, they know our products smell better, make them feel better, they make their home smell good, they last longer. A lot of times people and consumers, and us included, right, will always just take the easiest route. People always choose the path of least resistance. Our job as a consultant is to make the path of least resistance shopping with us. The way that we do that for our customers is by providing excellent customer service. And the most important part of providing excellent customer service is great follow-up. You've heard me say it before, customers don't need freebies, they need follow-up. Okay? They don't need, I don't care. I would rather see you make connections and do follow-up with customers than send Happy Mail or send people samples or give people scent circles for thank you. I would rather see you text them, connect with them, like and love their stuff on social media. I'd rather see you get to know who they are, build relationships. I'd rather see that because that's going to actually produce a lot more income and other things like hosting and joining down the road. Follow-up is crucial to the success of your business, okay? Studies, and they said this at World Tour, and forgive me because I don't remember the exact percentage and I have it written down somewhere, but It's like 75 to 80% of customers in Scentsy make a second purchase within 7 days of receiving their first order. 7 days. If you do the good job of following up. Okay. Now, I can attest to this because I have customers who shop with me sometimes 2 and 3 times a month. How many of you have customers who order more than once a month? Like so many hands up all across the board. How would you like to have 75 to 80% of your customers ordering more than once a month? Right? Wouldn't that be amazing? And wouldn't that make a huge difference in your business? You can make the difference. You can make an impact with good follow-up. Okay. So follow-up is very, very simple for me. And I want to present it in a simple way so that you actually do it. Because where I see a lot of people have hangups with follow-up is they feel like they have to follow a system or use a notebook or use Amy app or whatever. Look, you're going to do follow-up the way that works for you and your business and your life and your brain. I don't care if it's Amy or a notebook, or I don't care how you do it, but I just need you to do it because that's what makes the difference. Okay. I'm going to tell you, it's important for you, especially if you're newer in Scentsy, to try the different systems that we have out there for follow-up. You have to try the different systems because you got to find what works for you. I don't want you to try one thing and think, man, this isn't for me, so follow-up isn't for me. Okay. Trust and take it from me, who spent probably 4 or 5 years in her business doing no follow-up because no one taught me that it was a good idea. And I'm like, I can't even imagine how much further along my business would be had I been doing follow-up all that time. Okay. What do I mean by follow-up? Follow-up is simply connecting with a customer who has ordered. Okay. It's that simple. It's not more complicated than that. It's not this big, crazy, scary thing you have to be worried about or this new system you have to implement that's going to bog down your life. Okay. Here's what my follow-up looks like. And I, again, want to show you how I do it very simply so that hopefully you can also take that simplicity idea and run with it in your own follow-up. When a customer orders on my PWS or with me directly, okay, within 24 to 48 hours, they're just going to get a quick text from me or a DM or an email, whatever my regular mode of communication is with that person. And it's just going to say something like, thank you so much for your order. I really appreciate you. I will let you know when your order ships. That's it. Okay, it's going to be something simple. There's going to be emojis in it because that's who I am, right? There's going to be smiley faces on it, exclamation points, whatever. 24 to 48 hours, it's just a thank you touch point. Okay. Then I'm also going to notice in my order history when that customer's order has shipped. You also get an email when your customer's orders have shipped. Okay, you get an email as the consultant. So when you open that email, your customer also gets that email, but you're going to go the extra mile and you're going to text, DM, email, whatever your customer and just say, hey, I just wanted to let you know that your order has shipped. Here's the tracking number. It's expected to arrive to you by Thursday. Okay, I just did that today for a customer. When a customer's order ships, I click on the tracking and I see what the expected date is because I want to let them know your order should be there on Thursday. It's shipped. Here's the tracking. I can't wait to see how much you love it. Simple. Okay, so we've had 2 touch points here. We've had a 24 to 48 hour thank you. And then we've had a second touch point when their order ships. And sometimes that order shipping is within the 24 to 48 hours. If that's the case, you can combine those 2 touch points into one, okay? Like if you haven't sent them a thank you yet and their order's already shipped, you can say something like, thank you so much for your order. Our shipping is incredible. Your order's already shipped. Here's the tracking arriving on Thursday. I can't wait to see what you think. Okay, you can combine the two if you haven't done the first one and the order's already shipped, okay? The third touch point is going to be after their order arrives. I like to give them 2 to 3 days. So let's say their order's arriving on Thursday, okay? I want to text them on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, somewhere in there. And I just want to say, hey, I just want to make sure everything arrived perfectly and that you love it all. That's it. I'm not going to ask them for more money. I'm not going to ask them to spend nothing. I want to make sure they love it. They're completely satisfied. I want to make sure nothing came in broken. Nothing's missing, right? The other thing that I want to do is when I'm doing this third touch point, I'm doing with them what's called a box check. I want to make sure they've taken it out of the box. They're using it. If they got a warmer, I want to make sure they plug it in. I want to make sure their light bulb works, that nothing's right. If you don't do this connection point and they haven't taken it out of the box yet, if they're not using their warmer, they're not going to need more wax, right? If they're not using their diffuser, they're not going to need more oil. If they haven't put the wall fan in the wall and experiencing it, they're not going to need more fans. So this is a box check. And this is also basically like a quality control. You are giving yourself an opportunity to provide excellent customer service by making sure everything's in perfect condition and they totally love it. If you don't do this step and they get a bar that they don't love, more than likely they're not going to call you, text you, email you and say, hey, I really don't like this bar, or this doesn't smell like what I thought it would, or this doesn't smell great in my home, or this is making me sneeze, right? They're not going to do that. And so like you would be missing an opportunity to wow them with excellent customer service. When I do this check and I say, hey, do you love everything? And they say, oh my gosh, I love everything, but I really didn't love the Best in Snow. It was too minty for me. You know what I would say? I would say, I'd love to offer you a one-time replacement where I can trade that out for you and get you something that you love instead. Okay. And then I would offer them something that I had on hand, even if it's a scent of the month, right? From your scent of the month box or one of your own personal bars, whatever it is, I want to offer them the opportunity to get what they love. When you do that for your customer, you are solidifying that relationship forever, just so you know. Customers will choose you because of how you handle a negative or poor situation way more than they would choose you if everything was just right and smooth and rainbows all the time. Customers will choose you again and again and again and again if you take care of them in a not in when they're encountered with a not ideal situation. This box check, okay, this third touch point, this, hey, are you using it? Do you love it? Did everything come in perfectly? This is giving you the opportunity to solidify that customer consultant relationship forever. So they always choose you. So they don't just go to Scentsy.com and find someone random, or they don't just buy from someone else because they just started a business. Or this also helps them not just toss in the wax into their cart when they're in Walmart and Target. Okay. This is as simple as follow-up is for me. Those three things happen pretty quickly. Pretty quick order, ship, and then arrival. Sometimes that happens within seven days. All 3 points are in 7 days. Sometimes it's 2 weeks, right? It's whatever the shipping timeline is for that is what's going to set the tone for that follow-up with that specific customer. Now, it's up to you if you want to have a binder where you keep track of all these things. It's up to you if you want to use the Amy app. It's up to you if you just want to utilize the notes section in your phone. I use that a lot, okay? The other thing you can do is you can create a contact in your phone for your customer. And if, in case you didn't know, but if you have an iPhone, okay? If you have an iPhone and you put in a customer's information and you have their number and all of that, there's a notes section with each contact. When you're talking to someone, you can literally just click edit and edit the notes as you're talking to someone. Or you can say, hey, their favorite scent is this, or they don't like this, they don't want to get this again, or they love this, or I want to introduce them to washer whiffs, or I'm sending them a sample of, right? Utilize the notes section in the context if you want to. Because here's the thing with follow-up. You want to make sure whatever you're doing with follow-up, that it's always pointing towards, one, relationship building with your customer, and two, providing you with more income down the road, more sales, more revenue, more hosting and joining opportunities. If it's just you copying information from the workstation into a notebook, that's just busy work. Don't do that. Okay? You're wasting your time, and you could be spending that time texting a customer or with your family, right? You could be doing all the other things that you want to do. So don't get wrapped up in the busy work of transferring information from one place to another, okay? In that, the next time I would contact that person, like for like legit contacting them for follow-up, would be 6 to 8 weeks after they've received their order, okay? Some people go 3 months. I like to do 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know about you guys, but I blow through a 6-pack of wax like that. Okay. So if I had a consultant, like I'd need her to be following up with me on 6-pack every, like, 6 days kind of thing. Like I would need her to be following up with me like once a week. And I'd be like, yes, I need more. Yes, I need more. Yes, I need more. As you build the relationships, as you follow up with your customers, as you keep going through this and creating a system for yourself, you can talk to your customer about Scentsy Club. Okay. If your customer is ordering with you every 6 to 8 weeks, Scentsy Club. It's time to get them in Scentsy Club, which makes your life easier and their life. Okay. If your customer is ordering from you every 6 to 8 weeks, you're going to talk about, hey, why don't we just do like a quick online party and get you some stuff for free? Okay. And then you are now meeting their friends. You're now expanding your circle and starting new follow-up relationships with all these other customers coming through. Okay. So for me, it's those very quick 3 touch points, 24 to 48 hours. Hey, thank you. Hey, your order is shipped. The third thing is box check. Did you take it out of the box? You love it. Everything's perfect. You like all the scents. We're good. You're happy. Everything arrived. The next time I talk to them about actual ordering is 6 to 8 weeks after that. 6 to 8 weeks after they've received it. Okay. And it's just a, hey, I know you're probably running low. I've got an order going in. Can I get anything for you? Something like that. Okay. As you start to learn their favorite fragrances, their preferences, then you can suggest other things that we have. Like if someone loves hibiscus pineapple from last year, what are you going to suggest this year for them? The new body line in hibiscus pineapple, right? What are you going to do? You're going to buy a bag of Scentsy Soak and you're going to send them a sample of hibiscus pineapple Scentsy Soak. Then you're going to ask them, hey, how did you like that? Hey, did you try that hand cream? Did you try this scent in your warmer? So all of these things, building relationships, asking questions, getting to know your customers, they help you sell more in the long run, but have happier customers because they're also getting more, loving more, trying new products. If your customers are only buying wax, it's time for you to pick out some of their favorite scents and introduce them to other products like Scentsy Fresh, Counter Clean. You guys, our cleaning line and laundry line is the bomb. It is so good. And I'm just going to be honest with you, customers are not just going to like try it without you giving them a compelling reason to try it. Okay. In order for you to give them a compelling reason to try it, you have to be trying it and using it yourself, number one. But a great compelling reason for them to try it is by trying a sample, falling in love with it, needing more. Okay. And then you asking them about, how did you like that sample? You want me to throw a bottle onto my order? Throw a bottle of Scentsy Fresh into my order, right? So these are all ways that you can do follow-up and increase what your customers are reordering, how often they're reordering, develop those relationships deeper. Now, quickly, I want to show you a couple of tools you have in your workstation to help you with follow-up, because you heard me talk about earlier, like the transfer of information from one place to another. It's busy work. Please don't do it. Don't be using binders where you're writing down things people are buying, because all that information already exists in the workstation. Okay. If Amy is hard for you or the app Amy is difficult, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, we have an app called Amy, AMI. It is synced with the Workstation, and it will prompt you with basically like a notification bubble on your phone. Says, hey, you have 10 to-dos today. And it will say, so-and-so hasn't ordered in 3 months, send them a text. So did you send a thank you to this person? Like, it basically is kind of like, it's like Amy's like a little boss, you know, like she just tells you what to do kind of thing. I think maybe I don't like Amy for that reason, because I don't like to be told what to do. But I also prefer to follow up the way that I've shared with you tonight. But I know a lot of people love Amy and have great success with Amy. So this is the Amy app. Can you guys see that little pineapple right there? The Amy app. You see how many to-dos I have on Amy? It's because I don't use Amy. I use follow up myself. But it's a great tool for your business, and it helps a lot of people. So you have that useful tool, but you also have the Workstation. So let me show you a couple of reports. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop the recording so I don't have to share this information on YouTube. But before I stop the recording, let me just tell you, for those of you on YouTube watching, in your Workstation, you have a couple of performance reports. So if you log into your Workstation and you go to the reporting tab and you go to the view sales reports, there are a few reports that are super duper helpful in follow-up. And one of them is called the reorder report. And some of you have maybe never seen this before or looked at it, but in the sales reporting section of your Workstation, you have customer purchase history, you have product history, which lets you see who ordered a specific product. Here's how I use that real quick. So let's say, for example, this month you take your discontinued list, Christmas cottage is on there. You can go to the product history and you can put in Christmas cottage, and it will pull up every customer who's ever purchased anything Christmas cottage. And you can reach out to all those customers and say one of two things. Either one, this is going away, we have like 4 days left to get it, let's get you a 6-pack or a room spray or whatever they like. Or you can say, hey, you need to sign up for Scentsy Club and put this in Scentsy Club and do an always get my bar with your favorite fragrance here, and that's going away. Okay, that is the product history sales report. But there's another report called the reorder report, which is essentially the functionality of Amy right in your Workstation. And so I like it because it's all in-house, it's all in one place. You don't have to transfer information back and forth, do anything. The order report, you can say, I want to see who has not ordered in the last, you know, who placed their last order like 3 months ago. And you can put in the parameters of 1 month or 2 months or 3 months, and it's going to pull up everyone who ordered 3 months ago from you, and then 2 months and 28 days, and then 2 months and 27 days. It's going to have all their contact information for you and everything they ordered 2 months and 27 days ago right there. So you can text them and say, I see you ordered some Scentsy Clean, Scentsy Fresh. You got to be running out by now. You want me to throw a bottle on my next order? Okay. Makes your life so easy and simple. And it's right inside your Workstation, and people don't even know that it exists. And it is like the best tool to help you focus in on exactly who you need to talk to and connect with for that 6 to 8 week retouch, that asking for the reorder or refills kind of connection with your customers. So see you later, YouTube.